Welcome to the last chapter of Unraveled Roots, where we'll be looking at where you go, or really grow, from here. This is a short chapter, but it introduces a few really important things to remember as you continue your journey of unraveling the roots in your life that have gotten you tangled up and in a place you don't want to be. Let's start by going back to the first chapter where you answered the question, why am I here? Does it seem like a long time ago that you answered that question? Can you see how far you've come since thinking about that answer? What do you think about your answer now? Have you uncovered things in your past that you believe will help you understand where you are now and where you want to go? Do you see a path ahead of you more clearly now? Here are some things to remember as you continue to dig deeper into the roots of abandonment, addiction, abuse, and codependency. 1. Your journey is just starting. Unraveled Roots is like a gate to a new world of healing from some very difficult things you faced during childhood. Some of these issues won't be resolved in the few weeks it took you to work through the book. That's fine and totally normal. Be encouraged that you started the journey. 2. Give yourself credit for even opening up this book, for having the courage to face your past and wanting to change your future. The work you've done is no small feat. Be proud of yourself for what you've already put into unraveling the roots of your past. 3. Often when you start digging deeper into the issues of your past, like the roots that have been discussed in this book, other issues pop up. That's totally normal. Our lives are threads attached to many things. Once you start pulling a thread, more will unravel. But now you have the tools to work through and confront these issues. We devoted a chapter each to abandonment, addiction, abuse, and codependency. Dig deeper. If one or all of those chapters spoke to something in you, dig deeper. If a guy is truly hunting for treasure or lost artifacts or both, he never stops at the first sign of a fleck of gold. So keep digging. Take a minute to think about the biggest hurdles you face while reading this book and doing the hard work of being honest with yourself. It wasn't easy, but you did it. Think about how far you've come. We've often used the image of a tree throughout this book and talked about what it needs to grow healthy and strong and what can happen when it gets battered by its surroundings. It still stands through all of that, just like you. Once you close this book, your journey isn't over. You will have to confront more hard things, more storms in your life. Remember the work you did here. And if you need more help to continue to work through abandonment, addiction, abuse, or codependency, we have many resources in the back of this book to help you. If you get discouraged, think about that tree that's still standing, in spite of having been through violent storms, not being properly taken care of as a seedling, and enduring the elements. There is exceptional peace to be found in knowing that you have that kind of strength deep down to remain standing, and ultimately thrive when you can successfully unravel those roots that have been holding you down. This is only the beginning of a great adventure.
My introduction to recovery started from my father's encouragement. When he came to me and suggested I attend a weekly group for teenagers whose parents were alcoholics, I began to work to heal from the impact of his alcoholism and abandonment. At that point, I truly believed that healing from those childhood issues was my path, and for a while it was. But as I grew in understanding and my relationship with my dad started to heal, I found other issues to deal with. I had to sort through the pain caused by my stepdad's abuse. In time, other things surfaced too, such as the sting of lost fatherhood to abortion, codependency, anxiety. To this day, I continue to work. I suppose that's the nature of a life well lived. All of our paths are unique, as is our pain. But the one who struggles for, not perfection, but improvement, finds a summit and a vista many only dream of. The work leads to the reward. My hope for you, then, is a lifetime from this moment forward of joy and work and struggle and peace and wrestling and answers and more questions. My hope for you and for all of us, is a life well lived and a life spent in the honest, messy, blood, sweat, and tears path we've started here together. Remember to take your time. As the old Irish proverb says, slow is every foot on an unknown path.